έχουμε στην άλλη άκρη της γραμμής την Karla Chubb των εξαιρετικών Sprints. Hello, Karla. Hello, Karla.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to Channel One. It's a privilege, really, to have you here. So, are you just before a gig in Bristol, I think?
Yeah, we're going to play our first show of the UK tour tonight in Bristol.
All right. How do you feel, really? Can you describe the feeling just before a gig, you know?
It's surprisingly calm, actually, and quiet. You spend a lot of hours in the venue. So right now we're just getting dinner and we're going to relax and, hang out. And then it's, I guess, we get the party started a little bit later on. We start to get excited the closer it gets to show time.
All right. So, for my money, it's the best rock and roll album of the year, Karla. It's so simple. Yeah. How do you feel about Letter to Self, looking back,
We feel really good. Yeah, I think the reception was really positive. We're really blown away by the reviews we got and how far and wide it seemed to travel. We've had a really good year. It's brought us some new shows, some big cities and bigger shows. And we're just really happy people enjoyed it. I think it can be quite scary to put an album out that's so personal, but the reaction was really positive.
Is there really a new rock and roll scene in Dublin nowadays, Karla?
Yes, there is definitely. I think there's always been a big music scene in Dublin, but obviously with the likes of Fontaine's DC becoming so popular, I think there's a bit of a spotlight on us now, and it's good that all the bands that have been working really hard are getting the chance to play abroad and, break out into the international market. But I think Irish culture has always been really intertwined with music, so it's great now that we get the opportunity to take a stage globally.
Your lyrics are very honest and very raw, inspiring, really. Can you tell us about your creative process as a band,
I think we write from personal experience and our life, first and foremost.
It's clear,
But our creative process typically, it's quite natural and organic how we write. I think an idea will just come out of my hands or my head when I'm playing the guitar. I'll typically record a very simple demo either on the laptop or my phone, or sometimes it just happens in sound check. Something will just come out, and if we like something, we kind of work on the structure and the words. I don't tend to try to think about them too much. Whatever kind of my body or my mind wants to speak about, when I start to play that music, I let that lead the way, and then you kind of explore that topic and flesh it out. We're in the middle of doing a lot of that right now.
Great. Are you working already for the next album?
Yes, for sure. I think the one good thing about being a band that tours is you're kind of always thinking about what's next. Because when you play the same songs over and over, you get a little bit bored. So it keeps us excited. And now that there's stuff there and things are starting to take shape, we're getting very excited again, because this is our favorite part of music, the creation of music.
Of course.
That's always the most exciting.
Of course. Can't get enough of it. It's one of my favorite tracks on the record. Could you tell us a bit about the story behind maybe the song?
Yeah, actually that song was written by myself and Sam in the middle of lockdown during COVID. Sam moved into my apartment for a couple of weeks just to get away from his family and have some fun. And we would spend many nights just watching Sopranos, cooking and playing guitar. And he said Sam really loves Black Rebel Motorcycle Club, so he wanted something that was a real deep rock riff, and I was just messing around with the guitar and different tunings, and the riff just kind of came out, and he was like, "Okay, stop, we're recording that." And I think we wrote it in 30 minutes.
Really?
The song.
Really?
Yeah, and originally the song was about 7 minutes long. It was this constant rolling in the desert on a motorbike kind of track, and we brought it to the label, and they were like, "Okay, we need to chop that in half." But yeah, it's good. So that spent a lot of time working out what the best structure for it was. But the original song, I think, it was 30 minutes. I think we made it 6.5 minutes long.
What a great track, really, Karla.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your influences for a while. give us a picture, looking back.
Our influences, I would say Amon and the Sniffers are definitely a big one for us. We love them. PJ Harvey, personally for me, is a big influence, particularly the early albums. And I would say bands like Idols definitely informed like the type of like music or like lyrically, like even our singing style. And then somebody climbed the classic 90s bands like Pixies and Nirvana. I think we all love like a very broad sense of music, but Nirvana is one that we always come back to that we love.
And how and when did you really decide to form Sprints? Can you tell us the story, Karla?
Yeah, so myself and Jack had played in a band before for a couple of years, and we kind of were writing music that we didn't love or that didn't really feel honest to us. And it was actually going to like a Savages gig in a festival in Ireland when we saw Jenny Best perform, and we were like, this is the kind of music we love. Like, why aren't we writing music like this? That was when we kind of dropped the other band and specifically set out to make something that was really raw, really energetic and heavy and honest. And we recruited Sam McCann on bass because we knew him from playing in other bands. And it was kind of very natural from the first moment we set foot in the rehearsal room together. It just really clicked, the chemistry. And we just started writing and never really stopped. And we would make playlists of like bands that we liked, and we'd introduce each other to different types of songs. And, you know, like I would learn about like Black Rebel Motorcycle Club and Brian Jones 10 Massacre through Sam. And I would show him PJ Harvey or like Bauhaus, and me and Jack would share a lot of similarities in our music taste. And we just kind of kept writing and writing, and it just felt like the music was falling out of us really naturally, so we just haven't stopped really since.
It's a great album. It's a fantastic album. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for the music, Karla. All right?
Thank you so much, Dimitri. We'll see you soon in Greece, hopefully.
I hope so. Thank you again.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank you. Goodbye.